Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. I got my AirPods on, so I hope they're working. They were charged earlier. A bit tired this morning. My goodness, I just feel like I'm transmuting so much during my sleep, but we're gonna get right into the reading. You saw that I've done the new moon in Aries reading yesterday. I'm not going to do a double reading, although I do feel the new moon in Aries energy is going to be very influential over the messages that we pick up today. I don't want to do several new moon readings because I don't want to confuse the messages that are coming out. I think it was very clear what we are receiving yesterday. So I'm going to use this new deck given to me by one of the followers from my Amazon wish list called the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. The reason why I'm starting with this is because I really do feel that's where the new cycle begins. We're at that gateway, getting ready to walk through the doors of ascension, and we're here. That's so interesting. At the bottom of the deck is Violet Flame, so that could mean something to some of you. Earth Star Activation, Anchoring, Grounded Action, Isis Energy. This is an energy of grounding here. And you know, I was thinking of grounding when I had pulled out this candle here. It was very earthy, and I wanted to bring in some of that energy. So I'm glad we have that being confirmed to us here. Then we have Temple of Truth, Throat Chakra, Authenticity, Self-Expression. You know, something just happened there. I don't know if my screen froze there, but all of a sudden my AirPod goes to me. One moment, as I've read Temple of Truth, Throat Chakra, Authenticity, Self-Expression. So there could be some sort of communication that comes out that stops you in your tracks, is what I'm getting here. Because literally, I just had this Siri girl scream, one moment, and my screen had paused for a second. So it might be something that stops you in your tracks. This is Anukai Light Codes, Energetic Shift, New Information, End of Cycle. Look at that. Look at this. This says it exactly. You know, not only did I pull out this oracle, you know, signifying that a new cycle was beginning and that we're going into this new light activation and a new way of being. We're confirmed that a cycle is ending here. And today is the new moon in Aries, the actual new moon. It says new information, energetic shift. This is the information that's coming to you. Seems to be someone is expressing their authenticity and their truth, or telling you something you've known the entire time, or this idea of secrets being revealed, which I picked up yesterday. So information that you've been waiting for, or information or things that you always knew were happening, suddenly get confirmed to you. And we're grounding ourselves. This information I'm hearing is coming to you because you can now handle it. I also don't think it's bad information. I think it's information that is telling you that you've been right the entire time. And I don't want anybody to get carried away, because something that I am getting here, and I hope it's not a trigger to you, is that you had an assumption about something and you're being confirmed that your assumptions were correct, good or bad. And you heard that in the background there, right? That WhatsApp notification. I am seeing the Hanged Man at the bottom of this deck. So this is telling me that something or someone that's been stuck for a while is going to understand why. And they're grounding themselves, doing it, working towards their happiness. Look at that. Okay? So let's see. This reading seems like a very strong continuation of what we did yesterday, because there was this energy of the secrets being revealed, and here I'm being shown that the truth is out, which is pretty significant. Six of Swords. Well, whatever it is moving you forward. So this truth, this self-expression, lots of blue here. So I'm seeing something's going to be communicated to you, or you're going to communicate to somebody. And what it's doing is it's setting you forth on your path. It's putting you forward. You may have felt stuck, like I had mentioned, for a very long time, but now you're moving forward in a very beautiful way. Things begin to shift again beautifully. So what else do we need to know about this journey forward? Ten of Pentacles, happiness, and wrapping up cycles. We did get a signification that this was the end of the cycle. We really are. You know, there's always been talk about the beginning of cycles, the end of cycles, and really that's what's here. Pisces season closed out that cycle. Aries season is bringing it in, and the new moon in Aries is really ushering in that sort of fast forward, direct movement that Aries is known for. I'm gonna play some of my Reiki music in the background. Ah, I just cut the deck. Look. King and Queen of Wands. I just cut the deck. We've got a divine pair in the mix. That's significant. Put that over there. Seven of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck was Fool and Two of Swords. You know, you have been quite conflicted on how you've been moving forward. You have been moving forward, but I'm getting the energy that you've doubted some parts of your journey along the way. And of course, we know that's just part of the journey. You know, a little bit of doubt here and there. It's not a bad thing. It just brings us back closer to our truth. There's that idea of truth again. But what you weren't able to make steady decisions, or the decisions you needed to in order to move forward. You've always had that happy ending in mind. You always knew you were moving forward, regardless, every situation, every person you met, no matter what it was, time kept moving, and so did you. But you're here wrapping up a cycle, and I think it's of low self-worth, lack of boundaries, lack of self-respect, and settling for less. That's what I see here. And now the universe has given you a small little glimmer of hope and opportunity in a new direction. It was enough to say, okay, done with this shit, time to move on. That's what I see here. And now, rather than being indecisive, you've jumped forward away from being indecisive. And now, boom, you're in this new energy, and it's going to serve you well, I'm feeling. It was very difficult for you to take this step away from indecisiveness or making decisions, but you have to constantly bring bring yourself back to an energy of making decisions so we can keep ourselves moving forward, right? Otherwise, we're always going to be stuck. Life is choices. Being happy is choices. Choosing to get up in the morning is a choice. Ah, okay. I've got these cards here. And I've got these cards that have come out here. So let's see. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. What a journey. 9 of Wands, Page of Swords. This is striking me as a dual energy here. I do see somebody else's energies popping up here too. I'm getting 2 messages here. So we had the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. As you've embraced this journey, I'm seeing you have been able to put most of the past behind you. There are still little bits that tingle here and there, but for the most part, you have walked away from the past. You've acknowledged that, you know, you desire forward movement. You desire forward thinking. You desire healing, and you have a better idea of what you know and want. Okay. The past 5 to 7 months could be quite significant here, is what I'm seeing. And what you've done is you've started moving towards, you know, a new way of being, a new way of thinking. That lack mentality isn't haunting you around so much anymore. You're planting new seeds to a new beginning. You're doing things that are helping honor who you are, taking care of yourself. You're getting out more. You're meeting people, I'm seeing. I'm also seeing you're being careful about your decisions. You're not just being so impulsive as you have been in the past based off of emotion. You're honoring yourself by taking the time to come to conclusions, good or bad. Okay? This has all helped empower you. Okay? Making you who you are. In the minor arcana, the Queen of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles are both Empress energies for me. So we have that here, you know. This is one stop away from becoming a Queen of Pentacles. But I'm seeing that you are walking into more financial abundance here. You are better understanding who you are. Rather than just knowing what you want, you also understand what you don't want. And that was a really big lesson for you. I'm also getting this idea that you're becoming one in nature. You see how she's out here in the woods and she's got the little bird here. So for those of you who are heading into the spring, summertime in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm seeing those seasons big for you. So the spring equinox would have been big for you. Coming into the summer solstice, I think, is huge because you are really going to be getting outdoorsy. You're going to be knowing who you are and you're really going to be getting out there. That's all going to help ground you. Okay, that grounding energy that I pulled up. And you want to stay grounded because life is full of shifts. I think parts of you could have gotten lost in some of the shifts you were undergoing because you weren't as grounded as you are now. But anchor yourself in that, okay? I'm also seeing that the dual message is that you are appearing quite attractive to somebody. I have to be honest with you, as much as I'm getting masculine and feminine energies usually, this is very dual. So it depends on where you're at. So I'm not saying this is a certain type of connection I'm pulling up. I just know that you, the one watching, you're the one on this journey right now. And somebody sees you as attractive. Okay? Somebody desires you. Bless you! It's my sister, a masculine energy just sneezed there. So that's a release. It could be a masculine energy undergoing a bit of a release here. Okay. So that's your journey. Let's put this away. Give me a second here. Okay, so this person who finds you attractive, they've been quite guarded. They felt the need to protect themselves. It's their impulse. It's what they do. But I mean, I don't feel like it's personal to you. Whatever it is, look, you are the way. Magician. Magician, Judgment, Knight of Wands. Look at that. Actually, that's how the cards came out. I'll take him. This person in the past may have been very inconsistent. Actually, let me pull it back. So this person, while you're undergoing that powerful journey, they see you. I think they're spying on you from social media. That's a very strong spying on social media energy. Yes. When I pull a major arcana, when I'm trying to get a yes or no answer and I get it, that means yes. Okay? So this person is spying on you. And I think there's a little bit of a de-icing and a softening of the heart towards you suddenly. And I think it's because they're quite nostalgic. They feel like you've left them in the past. Now, the energy that I pick up dual here is that they're still stuck that things have ended. And they're trying to contemplate how they can come forward to you in a new way. So they spy on you on social media. And from being guarded, they're de-icing just a bit. Because they understand that you are the way. Like yesterday's reading or a couple of days ago, somebody's understanding that you hold the answers, that you've always seen more than they did. You always understood more than they did. There's this sort of energetic and internal acknowledgement that you've always been a little bit more further along, and because of that there's wisdom. Okay, and there's an energy of you are the one. Okay, now that energy of you are the one is quite spiritual. I just like to knock my thing here. It's a very spiritual energy, so it's energetic. I don't think this person is that far advanced in their journey yet to be like, this is the love of my life. The potential is there, but I don't think they're realizing or seeing it that way. To think that far ahead is very scary for them. Okay. And then there's a desire to communicate too. You're going to get something on social, okay? And I think this is the way these cards also speak dual to you, is that you realize whatever you see on social that, okay, this person is still not where they need to be, or you're still not being given clear, transparent messages. And then you realize that choosing yourself here is the best way to go. Regardless of what happens, you're still gonna journey down your path. That's the other thing. I'm getting a complete merge here between these two counterparts, because these messages today, usually they're quite separate. Today, it's like everything speaks to both parties here. So there's a merge happening in the journey here. Okay. Now, specifically, these cards came out for this person. So Knight of Wands, Judgment, Magician. They are undergoing a very big rebirth phase, okay? Under the influence of this new moon in Aries energy, they are absolutely going through a very transformational rebirth. It is taking them away from some of the inconsistency they had and moving them towards manifestation, the powers of manifestation, and really being in their power. That's what I'm getting. Stepping into their power, realizing that they can have the life they want if they take certain actions. They can absolutely be respected and revered and successful if they choose to make choices. See that? Choose to make choices. Let's see if I'm going to pull out to see what I need to know about. Well, definitely the new moon is affecting them. That's clear. What is this new moon bringing to this person? Or to this connection, let's see. Eight of Swords. Three of Wands. I like that. King of Cups. Nine of Wands again. Devil. I'm not going to take those, but... Well, the Nine of Wands and the Devil is pretty significant. Let's grab that, because this is where that person's past has always taken them. Okay? I'm seeing that for both parties, the temptation to get back into old patterns will be strong, but you can always choose not to. So that's what I'll say to you there. This person, though, this is a bit of a dual energy here. I'm seeing both of you are moving away from not knowing what this connection was going to bring you and where it was going to go, to really looking at the big picture and then coming in with emotional expressions. This is where I get a clear message that the masculine energy here, the person you are connected to, not the one not the one watching this video right now, is going to step into an energy of communication. That was clear from the beginning, even with my light activation oracle. And I think this is to bring it back to their personal journey. This is less about you. I mean, you receive the communication just as a result of them stepping into this energy. But really the energy here is stepping into their power. Just like you choose yourself and know that you are the way in order to live your life, this person needs to do the same thing. Right? So as much as this is showing them that you are the way, they need to understand that they have to think about that for themselves too. That in order to really move away from being inconsistent and impulsive and just not being able to connect with anybody deeply or take on any sort of commitment in any part of their life in a healthy way, they need to rebirth themselves and really come into an energy of manifestation and self-empowerment. They are realizing that. They're also realizing in some capacity, whether they're being supported or being given guidance from somebody or just from their internal work, that they are stopping themselves. So they have to choose to know that they are the way forward. And that's what this energy brings. So it takes them away from being less blindfolded in their life and stuck, and moves them in some direction where they see hope. And they're like, okay, there is a dawn to a new day. And then they become expressive and they communicate their boundaries in a healthy way. They communicate their emotions in a healthy way. They may get very self-expressive in beautiful ways too. And communicating with you is a part of this energy. So there's this energy here under the influence of this new moon that not only have new cycles begun and old ones are ending, that we are moving away from lack mentality. You, my dear, are a lot further along in this journey. Clearly a feminine now. I'm getting a feminine energy. It's a lot further along in this journey. The masculine is being encouraged to step in that direction. Of course, they need to choose to go into that direction. So remember, energies can change at any time. But I am seeing that the truth is out, and the truth is they need to choose themselves, and that you hold a very special place in their journey. So that's what I have for you. Happy new moon in Aries.